Happy New Year! It's 2019, and today we are going to interview Christina, whose Instagram name is Schultze_Tam. And we have several questions planned for her, but of course, the most fun thing is for you to type in questions live. So we definitely encourage you to do that. And I'm just having Christina join. Take us a second. We've tested the live connection today, so there should be no flaws in this interview. Hello!
Hi!
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us.
Aw, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you as our 24th Ask Tamily interview. I can't even believe this is 24.
That's so crazy.
It is. Time flies.
Oh my
And
God.
it's 2019. But how awesome for you to kick us off for 2019 Ask Tamily interviews.
Oh, super fun. Super fun. I'm pretty nervous, but
You don't need to be nervous. It's the Tamily talking about Tam. We do that all the time.
yeah, I know. Exactly, right? It's like, what I want to do is talk about Tam all day.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But no one will want to listen, really. Anyone I've got around here to talk to.
Yes, luckily all these people do want to hear about the Tracy Anderson method.
Yeah.
So throughout our conversation, I'll check the screen to see if people are typing in questions, but we'll go ahead and start with some of the questions that we have planned. And since we're all, hear about the method, we'll start with that first. So we would like to know, Christina, how did you start with the Tracy Anderson method, and when was that?
So I started, not this past summer, the summer prior, the end of the summer. So I did, streaming, I started with Meta. So streaming, I just had like my 1 year temper in December.
Okay.
So I did Meta first. I, just like everybody else, I think I saw Tracy Anderson in like magazines. I saw her name peppered in somewhere. And I think I had looked at the website like years ago, and I thought like it was kind of looked a little like out of my league. Like, it was like, I don't know if it would be something I could totally commit to. And it was pretty pricey. So I just kind of got off that. But then I found out about Meta, and I was like, I'm probably Abcentric. So I went on, I'm a huge Poshmark shopper. So I went on Poshmark, and I found someone was selling Meta. So and it was Omnicentric.
Okay.
Like, whatever, I'll just get that.
Yeah.
But all summer I started stalking everybody. And oh my God, at the end of the summer, like, I'm doing this. I'm starting Meta, and I'm going to do this. So I did that, and I started posting, and I hooked up with a bunch of other girls, and that's kind of what happened. So, and the whole time I was like, oh my God, I gotta get done Meta so I can start streaming, because streaming is so amazing. And that Meta music, after a while, you're like, okay.
Right, the music. My goodness.
Did you do Meta?
I did, yes. Yeah, kind of twice, actually, which I know is not allowed. But then once I got on the streaming, it's so much energy. So since you've been streaming, where did you start with streaming? Did you start with beginner or go right to advanced, or how did you do it?
I started with advanced. I did go advanced. I generally do advanced. And I'll go to IMC. It's just like if I need to change, or if it's like if advanced is like killing me, and I just like, sometimes once you get to like the fourth day, sometimes you're like, oh God, I think I need, like, just to get through this, I need to do something different.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. But it's so awesome that we have that option, and honestly, like, it's never that much easier.
Right.
It's really not. And maybe just like a little slower. I do generally like high energy and fast pace. But sometimes, you can't do that every day. We're not robots.
Right. Exactly. The people.
Yeah.
So what kind of results have you seen since you've been doing the method? It sounds like probably for about a year and a half, maybe then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when I was done Meta, I saw a little bit results. And then I started streaming, and I got probably a couple months into streaming, and I wasn't seeing the results that I really wanted, honestly. So I DM'd the studio.
Okay.
And said, like, I sent them pictures, and I showed them, this is what I look like, this is what I'm doing. So they responded back, like, are you doing? And I was always kind of like, with my cardio, like, I like cardio, but I wasn't, and I did cardio, but I wasn't like totally tracking it and super with it. I would maybe do like 10 minutes or something like that. So they were like, this is what you need to do. You need to do 4 days of cardio for 30 minutes in the heat and humidity after advance.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. So I did that. I did that for like 3 months.
Okay.
And I took pictures of myself, and I was like, I honestly still see, I posted them, which I can't believe I do that kind of stuff and post pictures of myself. And
we all do it.
I know, it's so crazy though. I'm like, oh my God. So, and I still look at it, and I'm like, I don't believe that is me, honestly. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it must have been like a really good day, and like the lighting was just perfect.
No, it's you. That's amazing.
But I think that the cardio was like the missing piece for me.
Okay.
But it's hard. It's hard to on 4 days for 30 hours.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It is really hard. So
some cardio for 2 years.
Oh my God, I know. So I sent her. It was Stephanie. She's usually who responds on that. On there, and I said, like, this is what I'm doing, like, but it's really hard to keep up with. And she said, all right, you can come down to 3 days. So that's what I try to do. Okay.
So you do advanced, like 6 days a week and then 3 days cardio?
Yeah, I shoot. Wow. For 6. I shoot for every day. Like, unless I'm just really, really whipped, I won't work out one day, or if, like, life gets in the way. But I do shoot for every day. I feel like crap if I don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Totally get it. So how do you get and stay motivated to work out?
Because I don't like how I feel when I don't. I feel bad physically, and I feel bad mentally.
Mm-hmm. Right. Sometimes that's the more important part.
Yeah, I really do, and it's funny because obviously we go through. It's not like I've been working out every single day since I started. Like, I've had a couple roadblocks where it's been a couple days. Like, I think last week I may have gone 3 days without doing it, and I felt awful. I'm like, but then, like, you have like 2-3 good days, and you're like kind of like right back to where you were. So
right. So back in the routine.
Yeah, so that's how I stay motivated. I mean, I've always enjoyed working out. My husband works out. He's like super fit, so I'm always trying to, compete with that. Which I'll never get there, but
right.
Yeah, so that's usually kind of like my own motivation.
So we have a question from Tamily, and she's asking, what's your pre-workout routine or ritual?
Okay. Hi there. I met her. I don't know if she remembers, but her and I met in New York one day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Crazy random. Yes, I know. I went to the studio one time, and her and I met. And she's super sweet, and she bought lunch for everybody. She picked up lunch.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
Yeah, and I took off like so they're so thoughtful and they're so responsive to everybody, and they're like so like, oh, you're doing great, and I'm like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how some women are just, they're so amazing. They're so selfless and just all for like everybody else. And I'll work out fasted. I try to. I usually will just have a couple cups of coffee.
Okay.
And, I usually black. I usually don't put anything in my. Sometimes on Saturdays I'm like, oh, I'm putting cream and sugar in my coffee. So, but usually I'll just do it black, and then I'll work out, and then around usually around 11 or 12 I'll have lunch.
Okay.
Yeah. So that like 18.6 or I'm not good at saying what I do like in my posts. That's one thing I'm really bad at. I'm not really good at the whole social media part of it, honestly.
Yeah.
I try.
It can be challenging, but we appreciate it. We don't care what you post. We just want to see that you're posting.
Okay, yeah, sometimes I'm like, #TracyAndersonMethod.
Right.
Like, because I feel like I need to post the workouts, because then I'm like, wait, did this really happen? Did it really happen?
Right.
I need to know, but then I'm like, does anyone really care?
We do care. Making a difference for somebody. So since we kind of touched on this, one question is, have you ever been to a Vitality Week or studio? And I think the answer is both.
Yay! Yes, I have. Because I live right outside of Philadelphia. So about 30 minutes in the suburbs outside of Philadelphia. So I am only a not even 2-hour train ride, which is pretty cool. And so now I should go back to a funny story. I met, obviously we all know Christina, for the love of Peachy Bottom. Yeah. So
You were frozen, but we're good.
So I actually randomly met her. So when I was in my meta, like, stalking phase, I went to this event in Philadelphia. It was a Tone It. I don't know if you know what Tone It Up is. They're like these, yeah. So they had an event in Philadelphia. So I went to it. So I'm in the bathroom at this event, and I'm like washing my hands. I look, and she's right next to me, and I'm like, oh my god, I follow you on Instagram.
That is so
I don't know, it was so funny. Well, someone, Yankees in the Tamily, she had, I think I posted that I was going to it that day, and she posted to me that, I think Christina said she was going to be there. So I kind of like, I wasn't like I was like looking around for her, but randomly she ended up being in the bathroom. It was a pretty big event. So her and I, became friends. She, last year for her birthday, wanted a bunch of girls to go up and ask, I kind of threw it out there to everyone. I'm like, yeah. So we went up for the day, and, super creepy. No, but Tracy ended up teaching the class. Yeah, we were kind of freaking out. We were like, oh my god, like, we thought we were just taking it with, I forget who the instructor was, but it ended up being Tracy. So that was really crazy. And then I just did Vitality Week in New York in November. So yes, I was fortunate enough to do that just because I didn't have to, because it's Vitality Week is. And so it was nice that I wanted to do the one in New York because I didn't have to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it was awesome because I got to meet like all my girls that I love, and now I love them even more.
Aww.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. Really, really cool.
Another question that's on the chat is, do you use heat and humidity for your workout?
Yes. I'm all about the heat and humidity. I actually the past couple of days, I was getting so pissed because I live in Philadelphia, so it's East Coast, it's freezing. My house is freezing, my husband hates when I turn the heat up, like the normal, stuff. So, but I'm in like a guest room of mine, and it's just too big, and I can't get it hot enough. So I just moved into my bathroom.
Okay.
And it's working. Like today, like my whole ponytail was wet, and I was like, yeah, like the drips on my back. I was like, yes, that's like studio when the sweat's dripping down your back. Oh, it feels so good. I love it.
When did you start with heat and humidity? Like during metamorphosis or after?
After. Yeah. I started after. I think shortly after I started streaming, I got the whole setup.
Yeah, it does make a huge difference.
It really does. Yeah, and I love how it feels. I love it.
Exactly.
Really, yeah, I love that piece of it.
What would be your advice to someone who is new to the Tracy Anderson method?
My advice would be to not kind of don't compare yourself to anybody else. And just take your time and be patient, because I think it really takes a while, and do cardio.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah.
I don't follow that advice, but it's good.
I know. Well, it's hard. It's hard to get, like, if this was me, I don't know, 10 years ago, I would never have written it out. And it just, I think everybody wants those quick results, and it just takes a while, like, and it's all with this method. It's just kind of it's a slow process, I think, and you kind of need to like find all the pieces to really make it work.
Right, but it's exactly like you said. You do it and you do it consistently, and then you look at a picture of yourself and you can't believe it's real. Like it happens and everything comes together.
Yeah, like even I've been over a year now, but like a couple months ago, I started to feel like instead of just like doing the move, I really started to
yeah.
That sense.
It does. Yeah, it's an evolution in the method.
Yeah.
Another question from the chat is, did you build up to the 30 minutes of dance cardio? Like, did you start with a smaller amount and build up to it?
When I started, I was I don't want to say I was in shape, because that sounds like whatever. I wasn't starting from nothing. I think I was running and taking classes or spinning, so I could do 30 minutes of cardio. Now, dance cardio, I do remember my leg super sore. My what's this?
Shin splints.
From being on your toes and dancing. I remember those things because I wasn't used to like up on my toes like that.
Yeah,
remember that. And some days I can't. Some days 30 minutes is a lot, and I'll do like some of the classes are 24 minutes.
Right.
Like I just did today. I just did the newest multitask, and that's 20 minutes.
Okay.
So sometimes I count that as my cardio.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, mentally, it's like I look at it and I can't do the whole 30 minutes, so I'll do like 10 minutes of this one, and then I'll click off and do 10 minutes another one, and then 10 minutes another one. So I kind of like those little short pieces, because I did have, when I was doing Meta, I got the express cardio was in 10-minute segments, and it's so doable when you do it. Because like, oh wow, I just did 10 minutes. Let me do 10 more. Sweet, 20 minutes. Yeah. Like, oh god, all right, I can do 10 more.
So at this point, are you doing the premium cardio, or do you do the regular cardio in regular streaming?
I literally just got premium like last week.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I was like, oh, it's the new year, like maybe there'll be something like awesome on there. So up until that, I was just doing regular stream. I prefer, since multitask has come out, I prefer. Yay! My girlfriend says she's watching me. I prefer multitask.
Okay.
It's real like jumpy and
Yes, very intense.
I don't know why. I just prefer that. So that's usually what I go for.
Okay.
I don't know the cat. I forget which one's which. Whatever the super choreographed, I usually don't do that one.
Okay.
I like to dance and I love cardio, but sometimes it annoys me that I can't get it. And I'm into to learn it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. So, like, you don't really spend the time to learn the cardio, but you do the.
Yeah. I mean, between like watching the breakdown and then working out, like I can't like if I do one that's choreographed, I'll always do it like a couple beats behind so I can follow.
Yeah.
So, but then sometimes I just end up doing jumping jacks or whatever.
Right.
Like, all right, let's just get this on.
Peachy Bottom would like to know if you're taking electrolytes when you do dance cardio.
I am. I do have those tablets. Those none
Yeah.
tablets.
Aww.
And I do use them most days, but I keep meaning to look. I'm wondering if they're breaking my fast when I use those.
Oh, okay.
So I've kind of been on the fence, and and then my husband bought me more because I had a episode late last year. Well, no, it was October, where I actually got dehydrated and I passed out and I just awful, So, but I was on an antibiotic and we think the trigger.
Okay.
It dehydrated me, but I had a couple days of really hot heat and humidity in my tan cave, and I don't know how much I was tracking, what I was drinking. I usually have a huge glass of water, but yes, ladies, please make sure that you stay hydrated because I did the wrong thing, and I woke up in the morning and
gosh.
But anyhow, all good now.
That's good.
So usually I'll do the electrolytes. Yeah. But I'm curious if anyone knows if those will break my fast. Those none, but I don't think they're well, I think they are. I think they're like 15 calories a tab. But I think flavored with monk fruit. I don't believe it's sugar. So I gotta check that.
Have you received any advice from anyone in the Tamily that has been impactful to you on your Tracy journey?
Oh, well, just everything we all say to each other, just the advice of just that you're doing a great job and, keep it up and you look awesome. And that's a huge, I had no idea what I was getting into when I started this. Like, no idea. And then when everyone, and that's one thing that I love, I love the women, loving on each other part of it. I've always, appreciated beautiful women and women's bodies and, and I love that we can tell each other that, I'm actually trying really hard to do that in my old age now. Like if I'm talking to someone and I find something I find them attractive or beautiful, or I just say so pretty. I'm just trying to do that, and I honestly think that this all has helped me do that.
I agree. Yeah,
it's a comfortable atmosphere to be able to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Do you have any workout partners?
Well, yeah. I don't know if summer's on.
There's 13 people.
Summer is my TAM BFF.
Okay.
So her and I started Med Up right a couple weeks after her.
Okay.
So her and I, she's hilarious. So that kind of, I love being around funny people. And so I just kind of gravitated towards her. And then her and I, just became friends. And that we roomed together in New York,
Okay.
which was so funny because we never met each other. And then, she like walked in the door. We're like, hi. But we had so much fun together.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she's my number one, and I love her. And she's in North Carolina. I think I'm gonna go see her in April. Yeah, I'm gonna drive. My family and I are driving down to Florida, so she's in Wilmington, North Carolina. So hopefully we're gonna drive through, see her, because we just
Wonderful.
Yeah. So she's my number one, and then obviously, like, I have so many favorites, and I don't want to make anyone feel but like I went with Lisa in I'm bad with her
Yeah.
down somewhere, and on my international lady, like Cecile, Gigi, and Kat Tam, love her. We're like from she's Australian, and I don't know, everything she posts, and she's like, I think we look alike. I'm like, we did. And I met Arlene Game.
Oh.
Her at Vitality, she's hilarious and awesome.
That's
love her. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. So I have lots of friends.
Absolutely. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. And all the women who were like, super thoughtful, like, and it's like, say something to every post. Becca and Mara and Talia, Autocon, Alexandra. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they're awesome and so thoughtful and motivating. So
Supportive.
they're so supportive. They really are, and they're also gorgeous and amazing and so much more. Like I feel like they're all the ones that won, and some of them have they're the ones that should be being interviewed, honestly. But
You're all supposed to be interviewed. This is
okay, right?
Everyone in this family. There's no you have to do this method for this long to be allowed to be interviewed.
To meet this criteria.
Yeah, we should purposely interview someone that's only in their first month or something.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And then we can always re-interview people after they've been doing it for a while and see what, progressed. Because there's so many things that, change for you, mentally and with balance and just other types of results you start seeing, as you get into it. And just like you were saying about, really doing a move and really feeling it, there's just that change. And it's so hard to describe. But obviously everybody that, does the method eventually gets it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's so fun. I just think it's, so fun.
So, what is something important to you in your life that you would want the Tamily to know about?
Well, obviously my family, my kids, and my husbands, and my friends. Pretty much what I live for. So they're, what makes me, get out of bed every day. Thank God, I've got something to take care of. So, but yeah, my family, my kids. I have a boy and a girl. My daughter's 9, my son's 10.
Aww.
Yeah. So they're awesome.
And how old is your puppy?
My puppy. So I actually have two dogs. I have a lab. I have a fox red lab, and then I have a little terrier. They're asleep on the couch next to me. That other dog that is awesome. I babysit dogs too.
Oh,
so I'm crazy, and I sometimes have a house full of like 5 dogs. Like,
that's so fun.
Yes, it is. It is really fun. It's also crazy. I'm also crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, it's sometimes just nuts. I had.
Looks like our video is paused for a second. Okay, well, hopefully this is just a temporary little spinning that's happening on Christina's video. I don't know if you guys can still hear. Oh, we lost her. Okay, we're going to see if we can add her back in. While we're waiting to do that, if you guys have any other questions you want to type in, I think we have asked all the questions that were already typed in. I'm just scrolling through to make sure. I think we did get them. So any other questions, please type them in, and then I'm going to try to add Christina back in to the live stream. And I hope you guys are all still able to hear and see me. It seems like it's still connected for me. Gosh, Aggie, you ask the best questions. You need to just put the whole list together. So as soon as we get Christina back, we're going to ask her, what's the last thing she's done that's really worth remembering? Such a good question. Okay, here's Christina. Let's add her back on. And it looks like it's...
So I'm the idiot that didn't have her phone charged and my phone just died.
Oh, that's okay. At least we didn't lose you. And we got another question for you.
Oh, cool.
While we're away. So this question is from Aggie, who asks, like, amazingly wonderful question.
Oh, great. I'll never be able to answer, I'm sure.
The question is, what is the last thing you've done that's really worth remembering?
This past summer, I went on an amazing vacation with my family. We went to Montana, and we stayed in a house, like, up on this hill in this the coolest town ever. It was called Livingston, Montana, and we just hung out. We drove into Yellowstone every day, and then we left there. We drove to South Dakota, and we did 2 nights in South Dakota, and then we drove to Colorado and did 2 nights in Colorado, and we were just, like, on the road, and just, like, it was so amazing and so memorable, and I'll obviously never forget it. And my kids are just, like, at that perfect age where they love it and they appreciate it, and they're not like, oh, like, I don't want to do this, or, you know. So, and my best friend was with us too, and yeah, so I had, like, every favorite person possible with me that I would want to live with forever, and they were all there. So it was amazing. If you've never been to Montana, it's like being on Mars. The landscape is just amazing. So cool.
I've never been there, but I've been to South Dakota and feel the same way about South Dakota. And people would not think that. I'm like, it's a gorgeous state. Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I cannot believe that this is our country.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is wild. Yeah. Wild. So, hope that answered your question, Aggie.
Yes, Aggie said, what a lovely adventure with people you love. We also have another question in the chat. Have you experienced sore traps and shoulders as you moved into IMC?
God, yes. 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 Like, always. I can't. How do you get out of your traps? Trying to get out of my trap. How the hell do you do that? You're gotta hold yourself up.
It's magic.
I know. I don't know how to do it. If someone has, like, tell me what's the technique?
Right.
I think it's because I always blame everything on my abs. I have weak abs. So I just land everything in my traps. But yes, my traps are always sore. Last week was bad.
Yeah.
What did we do last week? Something with traps were bad last week.
Yeah, a lot of moving our entire body off the ground. I feel like I remember.
Yeah. So this week is not too bad. I love this week. This week's awesome. Advanced.
Yes. I haven't been able to try advanced this week, but it looks...
No. It's fun. I'm digging it.
Another question we had for you, you kind of answered part of it, is where do you live and what do you do? I know you told us you live near Philadelphia and Peachy Bottom.
Yes, I do. Yes. And God. Peachy Bottom and
is it Ariel Mama?
Yes, thank you. Gosh.
I don't remember what her real name is either.
Yeah. Yes. So I've gone over Peachy Bottom's house and worked out with her at her house.
Wow.
So, yeah. I know.
That's so cool.
It is really cool. She lives in the most coolest house ever too. This super old, huge house. It was really amazing.
That's awesome.
I live in Philadelphia. What was the other part?
What do you do?
Oh. So I work for a pharmaceutical supplier. So I'm lucky enough that I work from home. So I've been with the company for over 15 years. So I help manage some large health system accounts. Okay. So just like a large health system, I help manage the relationship between the customer and my company. We supply all the pharmaceuticals that fill a hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they come from our warehouses. So that's what I do. So I do that. I babysit dogs part-time.
Yes.
For my extra fun, for Dan. So pretty much so I can pay for Dan. And I sell beauty counter too.
Oh, okay. I think I knew.
Yeah.
You have a lot going on, lady.
Yeah. I know. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I said to my husband this morning, we were lying in bed, and I said, "Oh, I wish I could just lie here all day and watch movies and eat." And he's like, "You would never do that. You know you would never do that." I'm like, "You're right. I wouldn't." Maybe if I got put in a hotel or something where where there was nothing really to do.
Yeah.
I still probably want to go out shopping or something.
Exactly. So I think, let me check if there's another question. I think we've answered all the questions on the chat.
Here's all the dogs playing behind me.
Aww, so cute. Tam pups.
Tam pups. Oh, Tam pups. Three behind the door waiting to come in.
What, if any, challenges have you faced in doing the Tracy Anderson method?
Well, I think going back to the cardio, I think that I wasn't consistent with the cardio, and I think that was my missing piece. So my challenge was I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. And then I figured it all out. I got the cardio going, and now I know I have to do cardio. That's just my makeup. That's the way my body is.
Right.
And I'm always going to need to do cardio. So, and I enjoy it. So it's just finding the time. It's just finding the time to fit it in.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah, and honestly, we're so lucky, all these options that we have, and that you can select the cardio you want to do, the workouts you want to do. Yeah. But I'm like, goodness, if I had 4 hours a day to work out, this would be amazing.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And I'm lucky enough that I do work from home, so
it's a little more flexible.
Working out at the same time. But those girls that wake up at 4:30 in the morning and do it, and you do it at 10 o'clock at night, don't you?
Yes.
Both of those things are insane.
I agree.
10 o'clock, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep for an hour.
Right. So I think I know the answer to this question, but have you ever met Tracy?
and then I met her at Vitality. So she is she's so little. She's so little. She's 5 foot.
Yeah.
She's so little. And sometimes when we're doing moves and we're doing the class, I'm like, that's why she's doing it so fast, because she's so much littler than we are.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to try to keep up with her. It's not fair.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I met her, but it was, like kind of starstruck, and like, I have a picture with it on, like, the first time, she looks all like a little angel, and my face is like purple, like, So, and then Vitality was kind of the same thing. We just got like the quick snapshots with her, and I was able to ask her a question during the Q&A.
What was the question?
The question was more about, like, because I always tend to get pain in my low back.
Okay.
But I think I'm figuring out that it's not really my back, and it's like my hips, and it's just my hips getting sore.
Okay.
So, and I think it's just taken a while for me to figure out, how to move differently.
Okay.
And but I tend to like arch my back, and again, my abs are weak, so
right. Okay.
I use my back a lot, so yeah. So it wasn't that interesting, the question.
Well, sometimes it's a little thing. Like,
thanks. Yeah.
I shared something silly about anchoring yourself with your toe when I talked about what I've learned from Tracy. It's not that big of a deal, but it makes an impact in the workout and in your fitness. Yeah. We also wanted to ask you, and I think I've kind of gone through most of the questions that we had planned, so we'll keep scrolling and make sure that we get everyone in the live if they have questions. But who would you like to see featured in an Ask Tamily interview?
Oh, okay. It's so cool to watch everybody, because then you're like, oh wow, they really are like a person.
Right.
They're really a genuine, amazing person. I think it would be fun. Wouldn't it be fun to our Tam man be to Tammy, or what's his name? Because he's kind of
Tam B, I think.
He would be super fun to interview, don't you think?
He was watching last week, and he asked a question. I don't know if he's watching this week, but that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, he would be fun, definitely. Yeah.
Great, we'll reach out to him. We do have, I think, January planned and maybe a couple of Februaries, but we will definitely start building a list, and we'll add him to it.
Yeah, and obviously Summer, because she's awesome, and she's had her results are just sick.
Yeah,
her abs, that girl, and what about Alexandra, the gorgeous woman from Latvia?
Yes, that would be a great idea.
It'd be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's see if there's any other questions in the chat. Lots of comments and happy faces and hearts.
Aww.
Love learning about what you do. Sounds so cool, Christina. Lots of lovely comments. You'll have to scroll through them.
Okay.
Story.
How do I do that? If once we hang up with you.
So once we end it, I'll share it, and you can go to my page and watch it as a story for the next 24 hours.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then Nicole will get it onto YouTube, but when it goes on YouTube, the comments are not there. It's just like a, thing between Instagram and YouTube. But okay, so while you have this audience, is there anything else you would like to say to the Tamily?
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for always being so sweet. And it's so fun to do this with all of you guys. I love that we can all share it, because honestly, I really can't share it with anybody else. No one else gets it.
Right.
But I kind of, sorry, my dogs are attacking me. It's kind of nice. I kind of like that it's like my little thing. And you know, you have to do it like behind a closed door. Like my little secret. But and it's cool that we can all share that together. So you guys are awesome.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for taking all the time to do this. Honestly, that's like, I'm sure it takes a lot out of your day.
It does, but really Nicole does all the hard parts. So we have to give the credit to Nicole.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Christina, so much for being our 24th Ask Tamily interview. And we'll post about once we get the video on YouTube and everything, and we'll definitely put your suggestions on our list of Ask Tamily interviews for this year.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
My dogs are out of control.
It's real life. That's totally cool.
All right, have an awesome weekend. Thank you. It was so nice chatting with you.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye, Tam.